Goodness, things are not looking good, are they, for the former royal Prince Harry, otherwise known as the Duke of Sussex? Well, Meghan Markle presents, well, half-baked or over-baked lemon desserts on her Instagram account. Prince Harry's literally, well, the world is crumbling around him. And now this, as ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much as ever for your time today. And thank you for enjoying the recent story about one of my favourite royals. I'm sure you all realise that. The late and brilliant Princess Margaret. What a woman, eh? Whatever you think, she was well ahead of her time, and even though she was probably constrained by royal duty, all that sort of stuff, she certainly laid out her plans about how she felt, and more importantly, what she wanted to do. And as one lady wrote, she'd never heard of Margaret Lockwood. Where have you been? You don't know what you're missing. A brilliant actress, a beautiful woman, and an icon of the 1940s, right through, still acting brilliantly into the 70s. Check her out if you've got a moment. Let's get back to your royal story of the day. Yes, this is really becoming rather seedy and dirty now, as one can imagine. As we now know, Dr. Changuka, of course, Sophie, basically said she didn't want to be part of the Sussex PR machine. She certainly wasn't going to go on record and salvage the reputation of Meghan Markle, and seemingly the two girls, ladies, never got on. I can understand the reasoning behind this because, as I told you recently, hopefully Harry feels that the tennis ace Serena might come out in his defence. The bigger picture that you have now, though, is exactly this problem. 500 plus employees for a charity and all of those, well, incredible wages. Now, Harry is incredibly nervous about what could be exposed further. Many people don't realise that Harry made a sizable donation from the sale of his book Spare via Penguin Random House. This was detailed in the press release, if you remember. But according to a very well-placed source, Harry's very concerned now about the major accounts, as ever we have to say allegedly, becoming into the public domain. Seems that anything where they can go into the public domain with Prince Harry is always a problem. You get the picture, whether that be the visa details or anything else. But they're quite happy, Harry and Meghan, to expose the flaws and, misdemeanours of others. Now, the point is, the Charity Commission right now are doing a thorough investigation into this. And many people believe that this particular charity that Harry felt so joyous about, Centre Barley, has now hit, well, a wall. You see, many suggest that it was Prince Harry's involvement, attachment, that would in fact bring in the dollars, the money, the sponsors, all of that sort of stuff. According to her, the chair, not the CEO, but the chair, Sophie Chanduka, well, basically she said that she did most of the hard graft. Now, as people start to look more detailed into the accounts, as we found out for the accounts of the Archwell Foundation, Harry and Meghan literally did 1 hour a week for their charitable causes, all the while, of course, telling you and I how we should be giving more and doing more. Yes, not exactly leading by example. So for now, as Harry basically looks and thinks, where does he go from here? It literally, the ball is in the court of the chair, Sophie Chanduka. Now, the company so far have no plans at this current time, but everything is literally up in arms, all thanks to the fact that allegedly Prince Harry allowed one of his chums to speak on his behalf to a tabloid magazine. It's becoming seedy, dirty and very unedifying, particularly for the prince. Meanwhile, Meghan's stirring pots in the kitchen and hoping that you'll buy a very expensive jam, and once you've done that, you can rinse out the pot and put pens in it. Now, how would you have ever thought of that? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.